Well, then talking about the channel name change, it is. Because I actually thought about making this video, but then thought it's just not necessary. But having changed the name for quite a while now, and people are still asking about why and when and so on, I thought I'll make it after all and answer 3 questions. Why did I change it? When did I change it? And why now? The 3 quick answers are: when? About 4 weeks ago. Why? Because I always felt like the nitpicker and it was something that I wanted to for a long time already. And why now? Well, because of my 3 months break due to the USA trip. The channel was pretty much at the bottom and I had to restart anyway, so I thought why not just change the name now, because it can have a negative impact anyways, and if it helps, it helps, and if not, not. So those are the 3 questions answered really quickly. But if you know the channel for a while, you know nothing's really quick if I can stretch it up a little bit and explain a little more in detail. Now, I have to start with the when. 4 weeks ago. That is pretty easy, so you know all that now. But the important part is, after all, why. Now, the why is that I wanted to change the name, and actually most people don't know this, for a long time already. Because when I made my YouTube channel, created the account, that was like 6 years before I even thought about making YouTube's video ever. And when I started, I never thought YouTube would become a long-term thing, and it is over 5 years by now. So I thought I'll just stick with it for the first time, and after like 1 or 2 years, then I already had it for so long that I thought it's not necessary. Many people have their names, even though many had kind of check names, tech names and so on, and then it was kind of too late. But I always wanted to, because so many had kind of their branding, their own tech branding. I never had that. And I was always thinking about it. But the problem is I am very bad at choosing something. If you give me 2 different things and I have to choose between one of these, it's already one too much. Or even if you give me 2 times the same thing, I have a hard time, because maybe this is broken, maybe this isn't. So this is a very hard thing for me. And I've asked for it for like more than 2 years ago. What could I use as a channel name? And like half a year ago I did it again, but I could never settle on one thing. So that's why I just got stuck with my name for such a long time. But I thought about it for a long time already. Now then, this is the why now. 3 months, kind of 3 months break happened due to the USA trip. So I was gone for about 1 month. In this 1 month I made like 3 or 4 videos, but just kind of vlogs, yeah, from the USA. Then I was 3 weeks here, but couldn't really review something because I was ill. And then I was 1 month gone. So entirely about 3 months. But after these 3 months, I noticed something really odd, or already at the end of these 3 months. Whenever I posted a video, I lost like at least 40 subs. And the channel was very poorly, and it needed like 1 day of recovery after a new video because it lost so many subs, and the channel wasn't really going well. And I thought, it seems like I have to make a real new start, because there are these kind of rumors that if you are on a break, and people are sometimes always asking themselves, can I go on a break from YouTube, go like a month or for just a few weeks, and the channel will be well? It really depends on your size and the loyalty of your viewers and everything else. But to me, it seems like I have to restart again, because I got way less views. I was down to about a third of my views before before the break, about a third or even a fourth of the growth, which was actually at the peak when I went to my break, and all these kind of things. So it was pretty much a restart. And then I thought I wanted to not rebrand the channel, but in kind of some ways, but restart I had to do anyways. So I thought, why not now? I think if I want to use one good point to start with a new channel, kind of start fresh, it's now, because the channel can't get hurt anymore with the new name. Because yeah, sure, there are always a few people who maybe won't recognize me due to the name and so on, and they are gone, but it's usually not that much of an issue. And the other ones will notice, even though I was surprised that about 4 weeks later, after my channel change, I still see kind of regulars coming up and asking, why did you change the name? When did it happen actually? And why now? And all these kind of things, which just made me make this video, because it was to me quite odd, because I follow my channels on a regular basis. I don't want maybe watch every video, but I at least know they are there. And then seeing people who usually watch more of my videos, I guess, I thought at least always, taking a month to actually notice the channel change, the channel name change, which is a little bit of an odd thing. And then I just thought, it can't hurt, and if it helps, it helps, and if not, not. So that was the reason why I changed. Now, why though the nitpicker? Well, I think it's pretty self-explanatory if you know my channel for a long time or if you know me. Because since I can remember, I mean, maybe even before I could walk, I was a nitpicker. I always, for some reason, saw things from a different perspective. Because usually everything you get, every normal person sees the good things and is happy about them. And the negative sides, they kind of get along with them, or they kind of get used to it. But for me, it's always the other way around. I see the good stuff and I know to appreciate it, but those things wear off usually quite quickly. But the bad stuff, that is something that sticks for me. So obviously, I could improve them if it's possible, or the brand itself with updates, or if it's possible for this device, can improve them. But usually it doesn't happen. But those are things that are negative now, that don't that I don't like, and those things don't go away. So I point out to those things at first, because whenever I get something new, especially for myself, I always just look at what could annoy me, what could disturb me, what could bother me for a longer period of time. This I see. The good stuff is obviously, I know if the display is great, it won't bother me at some point, or I will just get used to it and so on. So I nitpick all the time. And I guess people know that. And the reason why I also choose it for the channel name is because people always, like 3 years ago, told me a long time ago that I'm just too nitpicky about too many things. And I'm not actually sure if I came up with the name in my head, if I said I am too nitpicky, or people told me I'm too nitpicky and I actually didn't even know what it meant back then. So maybe it was input from the outside, or it was my own. I actually don't really know where nitpicky got stuck in my head, but I agreed. I said, yes, I am nitpicky. I'm overly. I think it was actually not me, but others, but I thought I was just overly critical. And then I thought, yeah, nitpicky is absolutely what it describes me the best, because in German, it's absolutely what I would be, always looking at the better. And I thought if I would be straightforward and just call the channel already the nitpicker, then people kind of like, okay, yeah, he's complaining more than normal. Yeah, obviously he's the nitpicker. Because if they just see my name or any sort of other channel brand, they know, and then, wow, why is he so nitpicky? Why is he always complaining? Well, now at least it's visible from the first moment. And I guess it's helping, because people now don't ask themselves anymore, because it's now pretty self-explanatory. So I hope this was the answer, not too long, and it was understandable. So yeah, not sure what else to say, but hopefully you'll still stick with me. And let me actually know, how long did it take for you to notice the channel name change? Were you surprised? And now I could ask you if you like the new name or not, but I already got that feedback. So some say it's absolutely fitting, it's the right idea for all the right reasons that I explained, and some say they liked my old one better, even though that was just my name, and some just say it doesn't fit. It doesn't matter. It will stick. It's what I feel like at the moment works just best for myself, as how I identify myself.